We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Toronto Mounties. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lot.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Kansas City.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mahomes firing complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They bring their punter out there now. These two teams all tied after one.
Tied 7-7.
Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
14.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Caught. Kelsey, left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The 29-yard line.
Run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Chris Jones on the
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Mahomes to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
St. Gonzalez.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
Number 28.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go quickly here out to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Complete to DJ.
And we're going to get a timeout
It's a gain
with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
5 at the 44-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Smith catches left side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On the counter, Lindsey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And now we're going to get a stoppage as it looks like, yeah, that's Lindsey still down on the field now. We'll check on his status when we get back.
I'm going back to you. Switch.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 17-yard line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. Mahomes now on first down. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Wrigley. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Chiefs.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. Welcome back to Toronto. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's the Chiefs with a football buck with work. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Down and goal.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 99 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Yards on the play. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Rico Gafford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
He is good.
And he's got it up and through.
Mounties 38. Chiefs.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this one complete to Gafford. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 1st down, Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown,
Travis Kelsey. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Mounties 38. Chiefs 27.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end, and there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tuesday. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Second down, here's Hurts. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And does Washington have it? They do.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
2nd and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
1st and 10 at the...
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On play action, they'll throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start with the option. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He may try and run. Hurts fumbles it. And does Washington have it? They do.
Hurts on the keeper. A fumble.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
That's good for 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The numbers for Sanders last week, 13 carries, 58 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll move the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good run of steam going.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Down at the 30-yard.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. And he finds Cook. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 19. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
By the Eagles.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
The previous play is under review.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A drive there of just 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusation.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 17 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
They had a great job to put themselves in front. And now you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And quickly finding Rager. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll throw now on the final play. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So we have reached half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Washington 14. Eagles.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here's Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. Hurts fumbles it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jared Cook. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating there.
He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington has taken the lead.
Makes this Washington.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And they run the option on 2nd down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Number 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And out of bounds right around the 20. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1st and 10.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 14.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, touchdown number 15 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
And so let's start talking about all-time records because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence or maybe starts a new streak now because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking his record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy is on fire.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. On the move, Hurts fumbles it.
Hurts on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for Washington.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
And out now come the Eagles. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Escaping the pressure right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And it's 3rd down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Washington first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
7-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. Hits 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On play action, they'll throw. Going for it all. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? because it certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Moves to 2nd and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
41.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try...